What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, we are here back with things Americans are not ready to hear. This is going to be very interesting because I'm definitely interested in knowing what things Americans are not ready to hear. And most of them are probably facts. They're probably facts. I'm probably guarantee it's facts, you know what I'm saying? But y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations, and let's check it out. That was loud.
Rest of the world, what are Americans not ready to hear? Just because it's organic doesn't mean it's healthy.
Facts.
Conversely, just because it isn't organic doesn't mean it's unhealthy. In science, organic means carbon compounds. So manure is organic, as are poisonous mushrooms and humans. So, I laugh when Trader Joe's has organic salt. NaCl contains no carbon, and is, therefore, inorganic. When the organic craze hit, the labeling and usage of the word killed me. I got a dual undergrad in chemistry and comp sci, so my mind can be very literal. Some things are absolutely organic, even if they are grown with pesticides BC they are organic compounds. WTF people.
I noticed that too. I feel like organic became a whole brand. It ain't even just the fact of something being organic. I think it's a brand called organic because I see a lot of organic stuff, and it tastes the same. It looks the same. Everything's the same.
My mixtape.
Not my mixtape.
Is that what caused these terrible wildfires over here? Yeah, probably.
Not a fire mixtape.
No, anything but that. When she leaves an angry voicemail trying to hurt your feelings, use it as an intro for your mixtape. Current Batman and Superman are British. Edit, I didn't expect this much feedback from this. Let's also bring up Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield, the two most recent Spider-Man actors. Edit 2, Daredevil, Mr. Fantastic. Hello BuzzFeed. Current Thor is Australian, and that's working out pretty well. I mean, Thor was never American. Either was Jesus, but some people will tell you. Treating politicians like worship leaders is kinda creepy. Turning
True.
Political parties into sports teams was nothing short of brilliant.
They do it
Disgusting and pathetic, absolutely, but brilliant. Politicians are supposed to fight for us, not the other way around. I wish politicians were treated like food menus.
Not food
With
menus.
substitutions allowed. A lot of these are.
That's true. I was just saying. Hold on. I was just saying on another video that you start seeing like the people holding flags and everything, doing everything. Like the whole election was like a sporting event. Like it was a major event out here.
With
like you were going to the election sport game.
Stuff Americans already agree with. Yeah, most of these are just X aspect of America is bad, and it's like, we know, we live here. Not just that, but most of us actively would like to change it. Yeah, these comments are chock fucking full of, well, don't vote for them, then vote them out, then like, we are trying. I've been voting for minor party candidates since 2008. I have a very long rant, but I think the quicker we get new voices into offices, the quicker we'll see change for the better.
Hey, that's definitely how it works. Hey, I sometimes I feel like this last. I mean, it's not even sometimes, but I do be feeling like this last election. I don't even think we just looked at, all right, what president is gonna really make a change for the better. We just looked at, wait a minute, we don't want this guy in office. Vote for the other guy. You can't tell me that's not how it went down. Like,
you shouldn't have to give birth and go back to work a week later. Still unsure how we don't have a minimum paid maternity leave here in the US. Along with paternity leave. Yet they yell at us for not having enough kids. SMH. Literally this lol. Blows my mind. You need to start having more children. Okay, then can we have a reasonable amount of paid leave for mom and dad? Fuck no, you can't. What are you, some kind
that's
of
how it
socialist?
be.
Your tipping system sucks. I mean, we all agree with that. You'd be surprised. People who worked in tipping industries are not wildly keen on giving up their means to make far more money than if they got a straight salary for the same work.
True.
Getting stiffed sucks. But a server walking out with $400 in cash/charge tips is better than making $20 per hour for THS.
It way better.
We the customers find it fucked. Yeah, we agree.
That is true, though. That is very true.
Religion isn't something that should be tied so tightly to politics.
At all.
Religion in America is, in general, a mess. Here in the UK, religion has some power in politics but not to the extent that it has in America. Bishops mainly speak on topics like euthanasia as they have experience with dying people. It's wild that religion in the US is actually more of an issue in politics than it is in the UK.
Yeah,
Given that one of the countries has a head of state who is also head of the state church, and as members of one of the two national legislative bodies who are there solely by virtue of being bishops in the state church. And the other is officially constitutionally secular.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that should definitely be, there should be no politics being discussed in the church. It's two different things. Two different belief systems right there. Two different, it definitely shouldn't be discussed. And carry on.
The first thought that goes through your head as you enter the ER shouldn't be, how am I going to pay for this? No, we are absolutely ready to hear this. There just isn't anything we can do about it.
True.
Exactly. 90% of these comments are things we are all aware of. We want all of this to change. 90% of these comments are things I learned through Americans. Big Pharma buys politicians. It just isn't easy. Other countries don't usually have such an obsession with high school sports. We have teams, maybe soccer, basketball, hockey. But if the team wins the cup or SMTH, good for them. No one else really cares about other people's after-school activities when you have your own.
True.
I'm an American, but one of my professors is from Jamaica. He says that high school football, soccer for other Americans, was treated like the biggest thing ever, and if you were a good player in high school, they treated you like celebrities.
Nice.
Then you get to college and no one cares. Jamaican here. Professor is 100% right.
That's how it is. I feel like in high school, any sport you play, especially if you're the best player, like you're gonna be looked upon like, oh, you can be professional. You're gonna eventually make, Some people used to look at me that way. Believe it or not, they're like, oh, you might have a chance to go to the NBA. But little did they know the percentage on what it takes and how to get there. Because it was definitely, probably, I believe it's like less than 1%. That's how hard it is to make it.
Jamaican here.
At least in the pros.
Professor is 100% right. Having a normal healthcare that doesn't leave in debt is not communism. I don't want to pay for other people's healthcare, so instead I'm going to do exactly that, but also give part of that money to a billionaire. This is a very succinct description of the US healthcare system, but you also forgot that you pay for that other person's healthcare when it is most expensive because the cheap preventative care isn't covered. It is a hill they are willing to die on. Quite literally. Making the ambulance go up the hill costs extra.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Celebrity pastors, commercial mega churches and other such things go against the teachings of Christianity. The only people who don't know that are the people who attend mega churches, have celebrity pastors and other such things.
I mean, in today's age, everybody have big church, mega churches at this point with social media.
Such things. It's normal to know more than one language. The issue here is that the US is gigantic and English is most widely spoken. It's not like Europe where crossing into another country is a fairly simple endeavor. There's usually never a need for an American to learn another language. It's nice, but probably won't be an important thing for most Americans.
We're actually required to in high school.
This is very true. Even for the amount of immigrants we have, they all pretty much learn English once they're here or learn it before coming here. America is pretty damn big and English is so widespread at this point that Americans have almost no reason to learn another language. Statistically speaking, as of right now, English has almost 1.4 billion speakers. So sure, I'd like to learn another language, but that's pretty much just for the hell of it because I don't need to learn another one. The rest of the American continent don't refer to you as America. In Brazil, it's starting to become more common to refer to Americans as United States or something, but in Portuguese. Yeah, it's been like that in Argentina for as long as I can remember. The Spanish term is estadounidense. We say it like that in Mexico too. Actually, we say gringos, lol.
I feel like people forget. I think I heard somebody mention that, or I either heard it on a video or seen somebody mention it in the comments that, cause y'all would get on to me about that, cause I would just say, oh, Americans, all that. But it's like, wait, you got South America and North America. All of that is America. Technically, one just South, one just. So you got. That's why y'all see me. I try to say U.S. of A. most of the time, or the U.S. because like saying Americans, you kind of throw everybody in that category, and you can't do that. I had to stop because I was doing that.
Solidarity isn't communism. The vast majority of things that people are telling you are communism are in fact not communism. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw the words communism, fascism or socialism used correctly on social media, particularly Facebook. There's a group called Simple Politics that specifically did bite-sized posts on things like what is socialism, what is neoliberalism, etc. on Facebook and Instagram to try and help educate those social media generation because the terms are misused so much. You can be educated, civil, rational, and articulate and actually not be worthy of ridicule. You can disagree with somebody without being enemies or getting emotional. Out of all the top comments I've read so far, I agree with this the most.
That is true.
Most of the others are stuff I'm like, yeah, I'm well aware, can't do shit about it.
This is a major problem in America. Every time somebody disagreeing, you're something phobic. It seems like it's something phobic just because you don't agree with somebody. It's like you don't agree just because if I disagree with you, don't mean I hate you. Don't mean I said I didn't like you. No. You can have disagreements and still be friends. You can have disagreements and still be nice to people. Like I feel like it's an American thing. All of a U.S. thing, but I mean, y'all let me know. Do y'all feel like this is everywhere? Because I feel most disagreements, people just think, oh, this is my enemy now, all because they disagreed, or something phobic because they disagreed with me. It's like, a disagreement don't mean hate. Just believe it. It's just something that you believe this, I believe that, it's okay. I think this, you think that, it's okay. This is my opinion, that's your opinion, that's okay.
This one would be tough to put into practice for a lot of us Americans.
That's right.
Our whole society is built on an us versus them mentality. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequences. People confuse freedom of speech with freedom of expression. While I am a firm believer in the right to say what you want, I am also firmly believe in you being held to account and called out for said words. I'm pretty sure that everyone who is actually pro-free speech agrees with that. The problem is that consequences can mean different things, and you/Aussie bibliophile didn't specify what type of consequences he meant. I've seen people use that exact sentence to justify physical violence. Metric is the better measuring system. Anyone who likes STEM agrees. We have to do all sorts of damn conversions all the time. Pretty sure anyone with a brain agrees. I do work on my own car. It is so much easier going, okay, 12 is just a little too small, let me grab the 13 and 14, instead of, oh, half is just a little too big. What's the next size down? Ah shit, this is too small, why don't I have the right wrench? You are a foreigner in more than 190 countries.
Facts.
We Americans are the entire world's Florida man. Edit, Murica. Fuck yeah. Damn, that stings. What does that make me, a man from Florida, in a global sense? It makes you a true American. 100% American. You give too much shit about every damn thing. I'm told constantly I don't give a shit about enough things. I knew I didn't belong here. But if I give a shit and speak up, I'm told I'm being performative. There's literally no winning in America, lol. Don't speak for other people. But also be a vocal activist to support them. But don't think they need you to do this, cause they don't.
That's wild. That's funny. Oh man. As you can see, there's a lot of things. I feel like there's even more things Americans are not ready to hear. If you know some, hey, comment on below. Definitely interested in hearing what y'all think, because there's a lot. But that one thing, that's amazing. Like, You can't disagree with anybody. That's a major thing. They're not ready to hear that. It's okay to disagree. It's okay. It's okay out here. Let's agree to disagree. However the saying goes, it's okay to disagree. Like, that's a major thing with me because people just think you the enemy, you hate them all because you don't have the same opinion as them. People just start looking at you funny, But maybe it's just a US thing. I don't know. But guys, that's all I have for this video. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.